Pixelworlds has shut down, Growtopia is filled with bots, Nexus Station is not on the right path, Brea Worlds is Brea Worlds, but what's the next game that could potentially fill that spot of a missing MMO sandbox game? Introducing Blocia. This sounds like an advertisement. I promise you it's not. It's just I like how the game looks. Introducing Blocia, a game that splices the mechanics of Terraria, Growtopia, and Pixelworlds together with a small hint of Minecraft. Yes, the developer says the game is Blocia, not Blocia or Blocia. But anyway, speaking to the development team, the expected mechanics of the game are quite a lot. And when they're ready for testing, I'll make sure to get the game a week or two in advance to make sure these promises are kept, and I'll be sure to update. So without further ado, let's actually read through the roadmap the developers sent over, as well as share my takes on what this should be or will be like. Alrighty, so the team has put together a bit of a different type of roadmap comparison to most games, where it's less detailed. However, I've asked as a content creator of the game for some slight info, and I got some exciting news based on that. So the roadmap so far shows the upcoming day and night cycle, which I did mention in this short video, as well as the ores that you would be able to mine. This hints at either a mining world much like Pixelworlds, or maybe world mining much like Terraria or Minecraft. Adding to that, the base roadmap shows advanced world generation is to come. I'm wondering if this means the world will be filled with caves, hills and water, maybe large and small trees, and maybe some mobs you have to clear through before you actually get to own or claim the world, maybe. Additional to those features, we see there's some items and a background that may or may not be in the game. We see a supporter hat on the leftmost spotlight. We see a nightmare pickaxe as well as a nightmare crown in the middle spotlight. And then on the far right, we see maybe 9-bit's developer item from what I'm seeing, because as we know it's on his profile picture, so it might as well be. And last but not least, within the roadmap, behind everything, there's a lovely night sky background, which is a nice contrast from the day background shown in the first to-do spotlight. I wonder though, how would that transition in the animation, you know? I kind of wonder how that would transition. It does look pretty nice. I wish I had that background, and if I do, it will be on the background of this very video. Following up on the base roadmap, there's a slightly more detailed but still minimal information listing in the Discord, which you can join in the description in the link below. But anyway, this states that aside from the obvious of what day and night cycle is, it shows the mining event and how that would work, with the ores and the smelting, from being able to mine diamond, gold, crystals and emeralds for smelting obviously, and random generated worlds which you could use to earn gems and probably experience depending on the ore that you mine and smelt. I am hoping for here that you got to upgrade your base pickaxe by the method of Minecraft maybe, where you're able to mine maybe the lowest quality mineral first, and then you have to upgrade to mine the better and better ores as you progress. That creates a tad bit more of a grind than just starting off and being able to grind the best possible ore at day one and maybe becoming rich right off the bat. That kills the whole sandbox grind MMO type, you know, it kills it. Scrolling to the advanced world section, it's explained that there's going to be lush trees. That sounds wonderful, sounds like large trees like both in Terraria and Minecraft that you could timber. But what catches my eye the most is dynamic lighting, caves and terrain enhancements, with lush trees for gaining lots of wood to build and maybe crafting. This sounds like it's partly influenced more by Terraria and Minecraft than Pixelworlds or Growtopia or any of those other games in the genre. Next on the list, we see mobs and combat. Okay, so here I'm going to go into the nitty-gritty of things. As I suggested earlier, making the economic part of it too easy by not having to upgrade your pickaxe and farm. They mentioned that, well, mobs are going to spawn near the rarest ore or near to ores depending on their rarity, and this can still be countered if you're grinding with friends, and that is kind of a social sandbox game thing to do, so it's beneficial to the economy, yes, but it's still quite cheesable. Aside from the fact that my idea, you could just have someone trade you better gear, that's them giving up a valuable item to a newbie or maybe a friend. But what if the newbie dies near a mob and the mob can steal the item and use said item? Say it's a pickaxe, the mob steals and uses the pickaxe to attack you. That would be pretty cool. Obviously, if you end the mob's life, you're able to receive your item back, but that does sound like quite a nice trade-off. Okay, so this is a long list of mechanics. However, the listed one for the public so far are essential mechanics, being trading and chatting with real players and friends, building your own worlds and customizing them, PvP, which also includes the PvE from mining related mobs and whatnot, giveaways and community events. Maybe that's just events hosted by moderators or the developers themselves, but that sounds pretty wonderful. So as the base game mechanics, launching with growth going towards these mechanics, the game really sounds like it's going to fill that empty market for us players looking for a new sandbox MMO game to replace Pixel Worlds, and the downfall of Growtopia, and the unfortunate upbringing of Nexus Station. So here's that part that I mentioned earlier about being a content creator. As a creator, I requested a bit more background information of what features are being worked on right now, and it's quite a lot. So obviously, trading, day and night cycle, the mobs, advanced world generating, smelting and the crafting system, chatting, the world claiming mechanics, badges, sandboxing, achievement, item shop, Blocia coins and quests. So this is quite a lot to tackle as a single developer with a few helpers in the background as of current. Some suggestions from myself towards what would be real nice to see in these mechanics would be, well, as follows. For the trading, maybe allow for it to be logged within the potential in-game mod tools, meaning you can report a trade after it's completed and explain in short what happened. So like if they do an item swap, that is reportable. Or if this mechanic is too much, maybe have it more like Pixel Worlds, where it takes 5 to 10 seconds before both players can confirm the trade, so they can look over and make sure the trade is done with the proper items and no switching was used with misdirection. For the daylight cycle, I'm hoping that just for graphical purposes, it's something that can be turned off and it sticks at noon, meaning you have the perfect balance of dynamic lighting, whilst not giving them an advantage while mining. It's not taking away the light, it's not taking away the dark, it's just in that nice peak moment of the game, which, it would help for RAM's sake. For smelting and the crafting mechanic, which the dev stated, it's not 100% at the moment because there's still some bugs. They may or may not add this. However, I'm hoping it stays more basic to allow for more the social sandbox side of the game to flourish overall, but also allow room for more integration with maybe crafting some exclusive items for a specific recipe during special events like a Halloween event where ores can become bewitched or something, and mining this said ore gives you a dark ore which can then be used to craft a Halloween exclusive item for that year. But obviously it would kinda have to be a rare spawn chance, much like it's rare to find a legendary butterfly in Pixel World's game, or maybe not that rare, but if not that rare, then maybe as rare as it is to get a legendary item at the top of Black Tower within Pixel World's game. Now, badges. We can get badges? How would they be displayed though? What would the purpose be? I'm genuinely not sure, and the team can't just tell me the entire game outright. But for this, I am definitely intrigued. I do want to get my creator's badge, maybe a helper's badge, and another badge that I'll mention in the future. The currency being called Blocia coins doesn't hit me. Why not call them Blocians? A spin on the word Blocia and coins, but I'm sure it'd still have the big B on the coin itself, which would stand for Blocia anyway, and people are still going to call it BC, much like in the Pixel World's game economy. And other than that, or to add to that rather, I do hope these are both tradable and not directly purchasable from the in-app purchase shop in the future, but maybe you could purchase VIP with real money and gems with real money from the in-app purchases, which VIP would allow you to gain some gem boost from logging in daily, much like Pixel Worlds, and gem used to of course buy boosters or items etc. from the item shop, but it's also grindable in a reasonable amount. Of course, it's not extremely hard to buy an item, meaning you're going to be forced to buy it with money. But if there's exclusive items for in-app purchase, that these items are not tradable, for free-to-play players to actually enjoy themselves and not be feeling that FOMO of missing out on an item that's locked behind a paywall for attaining something that gives a huge bonus and or benefit to other players that are fine with using money. So thus far, those are my thoughts on the extra information that I was given, and if I'm being honest, it seems like the development is going well so far. I'm hoping and I'm optimistic about this for them to not overdo and take advantage of their ever-growing community. In regards to the big release date, there is nothing official so far. However, with what 9-bit has been doing, it's safe to assume that maybe within 2025, we'll be looking towards getting a test build for creators and staff maybe. And no, this is not 100% confirmation. This is, as once again, speculation based on the current flow of development and what I'm seeing on the Discord server. What do you think about Blocia thus far? Do you have high hopes for this game? Or is your hopes low? And why is it high or low? And what would you tell the development team if they were actually listening to you right now? Leave it in the comments below and leave a like and subscribe. I'll be sure to tag them for a read, and I'll definitely send a few comments to them that I find interesting. See ya, and thanks for watching. It's been your boy DeVz once again.